Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm trying to make a decision here on what motorcycle I'm going to take on the back of the bounder when I head out of Pennsylvania again, or just when I head out in general. I don't know when I'm leaving the area. We still have a lot of summer left, but I got to start looking ahead a little bit. We're already past the longest day of the year, so not to rain on anybody's parade, but you know, the days will have started getting shorter already. Summer has a way of flying by. Fall is on the way. So I gotta get some of these projects worked out. It's like there's no perfect RV. There's pros and cons to larger ones, smaller ones, floor plans, you name it. You know, there's a lot of variables there. It's give and take with everything. Same thing's true with a motorcycle. I took the Versysx last year, and you know, it's more of a highway bike. It's been great. I can take it on the interstates. You know, it's a little bit bigger and more powerful. The drawbacks of it are, what are the drawbacks? It's been a pretty good motorcycle. We'll get back to that. And then there's the Suzuki VanVan. It's 100 pounds lighter. It's easier to load and unload, and it's better off-road in loose sand and gravel, and out in some trails recently up here, and just out in the woods. It's a great adventure bike, but it is not highway capable. It's just not powerful and fast enough to take on any highways, let alone the big highways like the interstates. And here in the hill country, it's even secondary roads. It's a challenge for on some of the big hills. Some of the roads that are, you know, have a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. You know how traffic goes. A lot of people are always push the speed limit. You know, it's 45 sections, or people are doing, you know, 50, 55, and you know, on a hill, it's some of them hills I'm lucky to do 45 up them on this, and so then I get people kind of backing up behind me, and that's just not a good situation when you can't stay with the flow of traffic. So you know, the VanVan has its limitations on the out in the roads, but it's great off road. It's great on, you know, some more rural country roads. So there's give and take with everything. I'm thinking of maybe taking the VanVan this year because I also want to take the e-bike, and I'm thinking if it's 100 pounds lighter on the back of the RV, maybe I can make a modification to the rack that I can put the e-bike on the back with it. Because I've thought about hauling the e-bike different ways, maybe possibly mounting it on the front of the RV. I don't like anything on the front. I'm just not going to do that. And besides, on the front of the RV, it's getting, you know, going down the highway, it's just getting blasted with, you know, bugs and, you know, grit off the road and, you know, road dirt, whatever. Not that it doesn't get dirty on the back of the RV because dust gets kicked up, but there's that wind of like just getting blasted. I don't want anything up there. I just don't want anything up there, period, and that's an additional reason. Now, my thought is that actually if I put them opposite ways, come on, I can actually snug them up pretty close to each other. So I'm thinking I might pull the RV around here out on a better surface, and I may be able to mount them something like that. If I face them the same way, then the handlebars are more likely to interfere with each other. So that might be doable. I'm going to have a look at that. I do need to move the bounder because this is not the ideal loading and unloading location. the bounder's kind of to level it. This ends up really high, and then the ramp is really steep, so I'm gonna move it around the front. Okay, we're moved around, and one thought I had was just mounting this ramp. Well, should wire brush that and repaint it. But just 2 wing nuts hold this ramp on, and then it hooks onto this hole, and then I have the ramp for loading it. One thought was just to mount this ramp over on this side and just put the e-bike on it there. This might be simpler than what I thought. I'd probably have to put, well, these studs that hold it down. Well, I wouldn't want the tire of the e-bike sitting on them studs if I put new studs on those. I don't know yet, but I can probably just set it over there, unbolt it, and set it over there just to get things eyed up and maybe take some measurements if I gotta make any kind of creative modifications to make this happen. So I'm gonna get the VanVan on there, and then I'll move the ramp out there and see what that looks like. This actually might be very doable. I just have to find a way to mount that ramp down better. I don't know. Maybe just sitting there would be okay. With the weight of it's trapped behind these eye bolts, and with the weight of the bike on it and strapped down, it might just be that easy. Huh, I kind of like it. I'll have to put something in between these. I'll figure it out. It'll work. And with the VanVan being 100 pounds lighter, it's so much easier to load. I can just push it up on there. I don't have to have it running or anything. You know, the Kawasaki Versysx 300, I have to have the engine running and just kind of in first gear, just kind of ease it up there. But yeah, I need a little bit of help from the bike itself to get it loaded. And all in all, this is going to be lighter because the VanVan weighs 280 pounds, and the Kawasaki weighs about 100 pounds more, right at about 380. And the motorcycle rack itself is right about 100 pounds, and the hitch that I have, the class 3 hitch on the Motorhome, is rated at 500 pounds. So was that 380, 480? You know, it's right there with the Versys. And with the VanVan being 100 pounds lighter, I know the e-bike doesn't weigh 100 pounds. So that's actually a little bit less weight back there. I like it. Okay, I've taken the e-bike back off for now. I think I've decided that I do want to leave that ramp in its original location. I'm going to build something simple that better cradles the e-bike in here, kind of like the motorcycle is. Now, this works out better actually with a VanVan than it does the Versys. And you know, when you put it on, this tilts back so you can get it on. As soon as the bike comes over, it ramps this way. And the tire is actually sitting on these. It's not touching down there. And for some reason, you know, the VanVan's just sitting up there by itself, because this just cradles in here nice and holds it. And it's pretty convenient until you get straps on it. But for some reason, the front tire on the Versys, it just doesn't settle in like this one does. And even though this is adjustable, and I have adjusted it up and back, I think it has more to do with the width. This tire is much wider than the Versys, and it just sits in there so nice. And two, not only the VanVan being lighter, you know, it's also lower and it's less top heavy. So, you know, the VanVan just rides back here just a lot better. So yeah, I want to build kind of a simpler cradle back here for the e-bike. I think this is going to work out good. And then I don't have to worry about the studs coming up, hurting the tires. Oops, looks like I have a light to repair back here. Besides the obvious motorcycle and e-bike project here, I've also been going through all the storage compartments in the Bounder and doing some reorganizing there. There's stuff that I ended up not really using that I'm not going to carry around on the Bounder anymore. I'm going to leave the stuff that I still want. I'm going to store it with some of my other stuff. I definitely want the stuff. I just don't need to haul it around the country with me. There's other things that will go in, probably more tool related. So we're going to do some reorganizing and some swapping. Some stuff coming out, some stuff going in. And speaking of reorganizing, the past videos I've talked about, been reorganizing the garage, and a lot of my own, the garage in general, and a lot of my own personal stuff, tools and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's been a continuing, that's been a work in progress, and I'm feeling a heck of a lot better about, my stuff being organized. It's, what's important to me, what's not important to me, still kind of purging some stuff and better organizing the things that I do want and do value. The garage, these machines were sold, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. They're paid for. The guys, tomorrow is finally maybe the big day. I had some trouble getting the truck arranged or the truck repaired they were going to use. Had bad fuel injectors or something. The guy got a hold of me. The injectors have been installed, the new ones, and that's it. It's on for tomorrow. So getting the rest of these machines out here and giving this thing a good sweeping out, that'll just be a nice that'd be nice. Yes, I'd really like to take the e-bike with me this year. The first year I got it, I took it out, and I had a lot of fun with it. And there's some nice places to ride. If you watched that last video, it was great being out in the woods, trail riding with it again. Just loved that. So being able to take it again, I'm pretty happy about that. I think I'm gonna get busy taking some measurements, making a sketch, what kind of material I want to get ordered up to. I want to build those cradles so it sits in there secure. And then locking mechanisms and strapping, and I'll have to get that system all worked out. Bella, Bella. Bella. What do I got? Do I got something? Do I got a stick? Do I got a stick? Hey, give me that. Go get it. Get it. Jeez, I'm gonna kill that stick. She's got herself a stick. She is happy. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on. Go get it. You dropped it. Hey, go get that stick. Go get it. There she comes. Huh? Did you get it? Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Come here. Give me that. Give me that. Ready? You ready? Go get it. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Get that stick. Get that stick. Get it. Get it. Get it. Okay, she's gonna lay over there and enjoy that stick. I'm gonna get busy on this project here. We'll just keep this video short here today. That's it. That's what we're up to. Figuring out how to take the e-bike along this year. I'm taking the VanVan instead of the Kawasaki Versysx. That's the way to do it. That's gonna work. I'm gonna get to work on it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's it. I'll see you next time.